Right now I'm going to defend our original proposition and our claims which he attacked. First off, Josh said that, the American dream is not a policy, and it is not. The American dream is of value, the core value at the basis of American society. And we're arguing that it should be protected. Basically, one argument for why it should be protected is that, as far as with Americans, is most Americans believe that outsourcing negatively impacts America. So, in a poll conducted by Gallup researchers in 2007, it indicated that a poll of 39,000 people in the U.S. Said that based on the definition of outsourcing, 77% of Americans say that outsourcing is bad for the U.S. economy. And largely speaking, the American dream is an extension of the U.S. economy. And if the U.S. economy is running well, then the American dream is achievable. Also, Josh attacked what we said about tax credits. He says that we said tax credits don't work. However, what we're arguing is that current tax credit policies don't work, and they are filled with loopholes. Case in point is that back in, find it real quick, is that yeah, okay. So basically, the president of international president of United Steelworks, Leo Gerard, stated that the United States, the United Technologies, which is a corporation, took $121 million from a federal tax credit program established to ensure green manufacturing jobs in the U.S. And shortly after, United Technologies moved their base of operations to Mexico, and they ended up firing 2,100 workers from their facilities in the U.S. And then 3 days later, a different company, Cardone, fired 1,336 workers from a plant in Philadelphia, and then relocated to Mexico. And they were receiving tax credits as well. And so these corporations will take the tax credits to stay in the U.S., and then as soon as they get them, they pull out their base of operations and they'll move it somewhere where they can pay a worker $1 an hour instead of the minimum wage in the U.S., which at its lowest is, I believe, $7.25. And so these current tax credit policies are not effective enough in as far as an incentive for businesses to keep their corporations in America. So our policy proposes that we are going to, in a sense, raise taxes on the goods that are imported by these companies, especially when they move their base of operations outside of the U.S. And lastly, I would like to resubstantiate our proposition, which is that the United States, we need to prevent outsourcing by implementing these policies, which increase taxes on American-owned and sold products in the U.S. that have been outsourced, so that we can bring jobs back to America and help people achieve the American dream.